Hi, it's Sonia and welcome back to my art YouTube channel. This week I thought I'd do something a bit different. I thought I'd take a little bit of break from like uploading quite so frequently my process, but maybe try and do like an artist vlog and show you some of the things I've been working on this week. So yeah, I'm just gonna, don't know how this is all gonna stitch together, but I'm gonna give it my best shot. All right, let's go. Okay, let's start with, actually this is just what I've been working on right now. Oh my gosh, my chair is creaky, I'm standing up. So yeah, this is my loose sketchbook, and this, I went on a run in the morning and I took a photo, and basically I have completely altered the colours and just gone in. I started off with like wash paint, so I've been using, do you want to see my stuff? It's a mess. This is like how I work. And I don't know, I did a video on my favourite sort of dry materials like crayons and pastels and whatnot, and I've got a couple of things that I said I didn't really like because I am using them, and actually I'm starting to like them again. So these are like the Neo Colour 1 crayons, and yeah, I use them here like in these patches, and I'm actually really enjoying using them on top of gouache in this sort of loose way. So yeah, I actually like this page, and don't know if I've shown that one before. Okay, now I'm going to go over and show you some abstract things. Yeah, so this is what's on my easel. Yeah, so I started this, what day are we on now? I don't know if I'm going to have to do a voiceover for this because this is going to be a bit confused, but saying that this is Wednesday and I don't do a voiceover for it, I think I started this yesterday. So I just wanted to, which is why I like to try and take a step away from kind of like consuming social media so much and just feeling like I was like just flitting around doing too many different platforms, as it were. So I've taken a bit of a backseat and just trying to do my own painting by myself. I mean, I can in the future film it. I think the thing is, I'm kind of like happy doing sketchbook processes because of I feel quite comfortable. I've got the overhead camera. I don't know why I feel at the moment like when I'm doing painting on canvas, I just want it to be me and not to film myself doing it. That would be a bit, I think I just need, it's because I feel less confident in this, and who knows, I'll probably paint over this again. I actually kind of like it where it is. Yeah, so this is a canvas that that I paint, it's got, I don't know how many old paintings are under it, but yeah, I just really felt the sort of yearning to getting back to abstract on canvas and bigger abstracts, thanks to the sketchbooks processes I've been sharing as well. Okay, now we're gonna go, or should I just swing round? Oh my gosh, here's my messy floor. So I like to work on the floor. So this is like my floor area at the moment. And yeah, so this is from, I picked up these 2 pieces of paper. I don't know if you can tell. These are clean. I've just spilled everything on the floor. So it's from these this pile of paper here. This is to be, I think, again, if you saw the video on me going through some boxes, these were like works I've put aside to amend, and odd bits of paper that I can just go to if I want to sort of like just liven things up. Like I don't want to start from necessarily fresh. I've got a starting point. Yeah, and I mean, I don't love this one, so maybe I'm going to repaint over it or alter it, put something else in it. And then from this pile of paper here, I've got these, often these end up when I'm like taking pictures for thumbnails, and I like to have sort of a white paper background, but they get a bit dirty, these sheets, or I've used them, so actually some of them are my kids' old drawings as well that I don't want. So then I feel very free, and this is like drawing paper, so then I feel really free to, they sort of just grow, and I'm loving this process. So I actually want to make this one bigger, so I've just put masking tape to fix this together, But yeah, like, it's just layers. I guess this is a way of me growing from the sketchbooks that I've shown a lot of and into just, yeah, work. This is another one that I can glue on. As you see, like, I'm terrible with paper, it just gets really grubby, so yeah. And then in this sketchbook, yesterday, I got a book on flowers from the library, and I was sort of just abbreviating, choosing a few to make into my own spreads, but don't think I've done anything else in that. And now I'll take you to have a quick look at my abstract work, sketchbook work. Okay, so I have been quite diligent and going to this sketchbook first in the mornings or whenever I start art. I've also been trying to journal a bit more. I feel, yeah, I'm feeling a lot more creatively back into my zone again. I think just taking a break from feeling pressured into making, as it were, content or work, like making it into work, has really helped me find my sort of joy in just, and also like, so sometimes I am going to film what I'm doing, but also having, you know, these ones, I just come and work, listen to podcasts. I've been really enjoying listening to podcasts, reading, just following my curiosity, I guess. And yeah, this was the page. So this was when I was like swatching for the dry materials, and then I just let it grow. Oh, and just to say, I've been using, I don't love these Caran d'Ache crayons. Well, not, they call them crayons, but they're like pastels. But if I smudge them and use, I think someone suggested water sometimes, like I really smudge them with the, I got taught the correct name for this at a drawing workshop, but I can't remember, like this stump thing. I smudge it in, maybe even use water to almost like, and then I'm using it as sort of like it comes through as a sort of a powdery, less harsh, you know, you don't, to then draw on top of. So I enjoyed that page, it's a bit mad. So yeah, here's some pages I was working. I mean, I have been trying, oh, this is one that I have filmed actually as a process. I'm probably going to speed it up and just make it for maybe a bit of a Patreon newsletter, like a podcast type newsletter with a video, because yeah, I think, what did I put? I've been thinking about space, making space in my day for slow creativity, not looking at the clock. Last week I was feeling overwhelmed regarding my art practice. I want the space back, the time to wander within it, the pressure off, taking time off consuming social media. And yeah, so this is up today, this is this morning. So yeah, just a little look through today, and then I'll try and do, maybe depending on how much art I do later in the week, film those snippets and put them together. Alright, so it's Sonia and it's Friday today, so I thought I'd just show, finish off like this week's vlog, hopefully. This is another page I did in the loose sketchbook. Yeah, I'm not sure, I'm probably going to come back in. It's not finished, but I guess I was trying to use up some of the gouache I had out and just experimenting with this mountain scene, changing up colours, but it was good fun and I enjoyed the process. And then I'm going to go, oh my gosh, just put something down. Okay, this sketchbook I shared in the dry materials. Did I do, was this? Yeah, this, I've been trying to like take pictures of myself to use as reference to draw from, not necessarily going for my likeness, but like just to, I guess, carry on with pencil sketching figures. So that's one, and I use the Neocolor one for the background, which is great because I assume it's not going to smudge, and it works on this really cheap thin paper. So that was another sketch from this week. That was earlier this week actually. I haven't really done much figure drawing. this week. And then, do you know what? Yesterday, that's Thursday for him, the only thing I did all day, but at least I did something, was in my abstract sketchbook. And I just did a little bit of this. I think it might have been in the early afternoon. And yeah, so now I'm just gonna do a sort of an ending for this video, just to talk about where I see my sort of channel heading, and what hopefully will be coming up. So cool. Hey, so yeah, this is gonna be like ending section of this video. Basically, I did do a Patreon only abstract process video, which I'm kind of treating those like sort of podcasts where I can be a bit more open. And I sort of talked about this as well in that video. But just for here, I thought actually this is a good opportunity to like introduce myself to anyone who's watching this, like, or one of my videos for the first time. So I'm Sonia. I'm like an artist who lives in California now, but I'm obviously, well, not obviously, but I am from the UK. And yeah, so I have been on YouTube for like 3 to 4 months. I'm not sure. I think I started this back in September. And yeah, I think I'm going to change things up a bit because, again, if this is your first video, you're not aware and probably don't care. But I have been trying to, and also this is maybe some advice for like anybody who's thinking about doing an art YouTube channel, what's worked sort of well for me. And that has been, I kind of set a challenge to myself to try and do a video every day. I felt like I was really hesitant to do this. I'm like a bit of a technophobe when it came to like learning to edit. That was, you know, I had to teach myself via YouTube videos, and, you know, uploading all this, how to upload it to YouTube. Like I sort of broke it down as you do into like chunks of things I needed to learn. And I also knew how I work. And if I was ever gonna like do something, like learn something properly, I probably needed to do it, that whole like drawing every day, like do a video every day. So I knew I was never gonna hit that. That was for me like completely unrealistic, but I had that sort of goal that I would try and do, try and see if I could do a video every day. And I actually, I did commit to it. It was probably when I started this quite a good time, like I didn't have too many other commitments to be doing it. And I have actually made, for better or for worse, quite a lot of videos. So I can reassure people I just use my phone. I've got like an iPhone 13. I've got quite a fairly old Mac, a laptop. And that's all I needed to begin with. Little sort of overhead, is it gonna, you can't see it, like this wobbly thing for overhead, like when I'm doing overhead pages. And that's how I've made quite a lot of videos to this point. And I think it's fair to say, like, I had to take the whole quality aspect out of things. That wasn't, I guess I was going like you do when you're starting something new, for quantity. I just needed to not think about it too much and produce something and put it out there. Yeah, that's how I approached it. But at the same time, like, I've tried to share hopefully useful, motivating. My goal is to like, hopefully, maybe you're like, oh, I could do better than her. Like, inspire people to get drawing and get their sketchbooks out and have a love, you know, like just find the enjoyment and the flow in art, because I've benefited a lot from my art practice. So I'm, you know, quite happy to share any tips or sort of how I motivate myself as well. So I've done a lot of sketchbook tours. Process videos have been the main thing, because I think the process videos are easy, again, if you're starting out, but you want to have a YouTube channel, like something, it was good to do something that I was doing every day anyway, but just film it and then think about how to explain it, to try and put it into words. Yeah, so that's how I have approached it. However, now coming to now and where I'm going with all this, I feel like, yeah, this last week has been good to have a think about some things in terms of like, I think I can stop, maybe now is a good time I've made the decision basically to put more of my abstract process videos, because I made quite a lot of those, but more have that, maybe have the process videos where it's a bit more long-winded and chatty and a little bit more, I feel, some people would not say that I'm personal, but I feel quite personal and vulnerable in. I think I'm going to put that on Patreon as like, you know, once a week, do a sort of a podcast style newsletter that you can draw to, but does have like a full length process video. And then I'm going to reduce my quantity now and aim for like 2, and is it 3, but I think 2 YouTube videos a week to keep that as a sort of a goal or standard. And then maybe be a bit more focused in them, like try and increase the quality a little. It's gonna have to be gradual steps, but look to doing more sort of more how to type, like how to keep a sketchbook, how to get inspiration, sort of more ideas based and focused for me. And maybe like a vlog, like I can try and have a go, because I've been put off that because I like lose all my video clips and then you have to assemble it all in the editing. But have a go at doing like maybe a bit of an artist vlog, but in snippets. And I think for me, this feels like a good place to be at and to go forwards. And it will give me also some more time, I think, to focus. Sometimes like I guess, what do you share? What do you keep for yourself? What do you share for others? Like I'll be able to work more on my own work and by myself sometimes, or just also I think that we got to be honest, this is an online world we live in, and being aware, like, you know, what do you share? Like I think there's something, what I love long form content, and I do really love, you know, I prefer to consume, I'd guess, long form than necessarily just passively scroll through Instagram or something. Not that I don't occasionally go on for inspiration to Instagram and post to Instagram, but I like long form because I really like the fact that you get to know someone, and I feel more like, I feel like it's really hard also when you're making long form content. I mean, yeah, I could have a script and read off that and be sort of, I guess I could do that, but I feel like it's more genuine, like you really get to see a person. I think it's quite hard, maybe you can, like, to hide who you are if you are making, especially if you're doing like videos nearly every day, because yeah, it's hard to fake your personality or put on another accent, or personally, that's what I think. And then there's good things about that. I like that, and I like the fact I get to go into more depth and to just, you know, show my sketchbook pages and talk, like with the sketchbook tour, I get to do proper tours. However, I feel now there's also, when you produce content, a lot like boundaries in terms of online boundaries for myself. Like, are you at risk sometimes of oversharing or just going on for no wider purpose? And, you know, I'd love to say, like, I want to encourage people to be more confident, not to care so much about what other people think when they're making their art. And in some ways I don't so much, but you know, there is a comment section I have increased strictness on, and I have no hesitation in deleting anything that I feel is a bit personal or not going to be helpful. Like, it's, you know, that I can let that go, but at the same time I feel it's a good reminder to myself how much do I need or should share in a really open arena. Yeah, like, what's the benefit, you know, yourself, I have to come into it too, like what's the benefit to me? I don't need, yeah, like, I guess I feel at this point, I personally feel that the why of art, the sort of more psychological, I am fascinated by, like, the psychology, like how does our past traumas or past experiences affect the art we're making now. I know that's not for everybody, and I think that to me is also kind of like a more vulnerable topic area. And my abstract sketchbook, actually I was thinking about this, is also weirdly enough is probably more of a personal a process for me, where I probably, when I'm talking about it, I do sort of go off on tangents and into you know, like, yeah. So basically that, I think I need to keep some of that I want to talk about, maybe just for the Patreon, because I feel that's a smaller, you know, you've selected, it's $2 a month if anybody's interested. And I feel that's something I can put onto that, within that community share, hopefully, and feel it'd be nicer for me. And then I'm going to keep this space a little more, hopefully people might be like, thank goodness she's gonna like stop waffling on, in future, a little bit more focused, to the point, and yeah, just hopefully just a roundup of art I've been doing and keep it focused. So that's my plan going forward. Thank you for watching this video. Yeah, like, let me know what you're up to. If you have a YouTube channel or thinking about starting a YouTube channel, or yeah, just whatever you're doing. I hope you're enjoying your art. And if, you know, you're overwhelmed, I hope you're having a break. But yeah, I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.